Getting right into the questions. The first question deals with a bankruptcy question, and I always like to start off with questions that mean the most to a lot of people. The first question is property taxes. I'm surrendering my home in bankruptcy, and the property taxes are not paid. Do I have to pay them before I file bankruptcy? Yes. The answer is no. If you're thinking about surrendering your home in a bankruptcy, you do not want to pay the property taxes before you file the bankruptcy. Now, I know I'm going to probably catch a lot of flack for this, but the reality is the taxes run with the land. So in other words, let's say I'm going to file Chapter 7 in January, and the property taxes are now due and owing. If I'm going to let that house go, I'm not going to pay the property taxes because the taxes run with the home. Eventually, the mortgage company is either going to have to foreclose on the home and then try to resell it. At that point in time, those property taxes will be taken care of. So I don't want you to have to rush out, borrow money from your 401k, or do anything, take money out of your IRA to go pay those property taxes. Let's switch it around a little bit and let's give it a little twist. What if you're trying to keep the house in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy? Well then, or in a Chapter 7, obviously, if you want to keep that property, you have every intention to keep living there, then of course I want you to pay the property taxes. I want you to keep that house current or the property taxes current and the mortgage current, because those are legitimate living expenses, monthly expenses that you can claim on your budget. So absolutely pay those property taxes if you intend to keep the house. If you have no interest in keeping the house, then by all means, let those taxes go. Great question, by the way, and it's something that a lot of people think about. Same thing to do with the homeowners association, and let's just give it another little twist. This is another question we get all the time. What about my HOA? No legal issue here. My personal point of view is if you're going to stay in the home, pay the homeowners association until you leave. And the reason I say that is because when you're talking about the homeowners association, they run on pretty thin margins. In other words, there's usually not a lot of money to get all the jobs done that everybody wants done. And they rely upon all the homeowners to keep paying those things. So if you don't pay the HOA, they may not be able to pay the lawn maintenance, or they may not be able to pay the sprinkler maintenance for everybody who's getting the water sprinkled or their lawn sprinkled. So it's really important that you're not intending to hurt anybody, and I understand that. But if you can afford to keep paying the HOA, I would definitely pay the HOA until you leave the property. But moving right along. That was a great question, by the way, and I want to thank the person who sent it in because it's definitely going to help a lot of people. Hopefully it'll help a lot of people.